Hello, beautiful spiritual beings. It's B from Being Blissfully Zen. Welcome to my channel, and may you open up to your full spiritual potential now. There's something I've been reflecting on lately, and perhaps you've wondered about it too. I believe that I am an eternal spiritual being having a temporary human experience on planet Earth. I believe that I was created by the divine creator. I believe that each of us carries a spark of the divine within us. I believe that we were given free choice so that we could learn, grow, and evolve through our experiences. I believe that the divine creator is always present, observing life through our own eyes, experiencing this journey with us, guiding us when we ask, comforting us when we are hurting, and gently encouraging us to become the highest version of ourselves. I believe that my purpose here is to help raise the frequency of this planet through love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, and service to others. I believe that I am here to learn valuable lessons, expand my awareness, and contribute something meaningful to the world around me. I know these things, not because somebody told me, not because I read them in a book, but because they resonate deeply within my soul. I know them to be true. So, here's the question. If I know all of this, why do I still experience anxiety? Why do I still become overwhelmed? Why does stress sometimes affect me so deeply? Why do I sometimes feel as though I have forgotten everything I just said? Because when anxiety arrives, something interesting happens. Suddenly, I am no longer contemplating spiritual truth. I am dealing with a very human experience. My breathing becomes shallow. My heart begins to race. My stomach hurts. My thoughts move faster and faster. And my mind starts searching for solutions, answers, and certainty. And before I know it, fear has pulled my attention away from the present moment. In those moments, I can feel as though my spiritual understanding has disappeared. It can feel as though I've forgotten who I am. But have I really forgotten? Or is something else happening? I have come to believe that spiritual awakening does not remove our humanity, but it teaches us how to navigate through it. Many people assume that spiritually awakened individuals no longer experience fear, anxiety, grief, frustration, or uncertainty. I don't believe that's true. We came here to have a human experience, and human experience includes challenges. Human experience includes uncertainty. Human experiences include moments when our nervous system reacts before our spiritual awareness has a chance to respond. Perhaps the purpose was never to eliminate these experiences. Perhaps the purpose is to remember who we are while we're experiencing them. Think about that for a moment. Maybe awakening is not about never feeling fear. Maybe awakening is about remembering the truth while fear is present. Maybe awakening is not about avoiding anxiety. Maybe it is about recognizing anxiety as part of the human experience while refusing to let it define who we are. When I'm calm, it's easy to remember that I'm a spiritual being. When life is flowing smoothly, it's easy to trust. When everything is working out, faith feels effortless. But what about when life becomes difficult? What about when uncertainty appears? What about when fear enters the room? Now, those are the moments that reveal the depth of our spiritual understanding. Not because we pass or fail some cosmic test, but because those moments show us where we still have opportunities to grow. I've noticed something about anxiety. Anxiety wants certainty. It wants guarantees, and it wants to know exactly how everything is going to unfold. But life rarely offers those guarantees. And perhaps that is intentional. Because if we already knew every outcome, there would be no opportunity for trust. There would be no opportunity for faith. There would be no opportunity for growth. Anxiety often appears when my human mind forgets that it doesn't have to carry the entire universe by itself. My human mind wants control. My soul understands surrender. My human mind wants answers. My soul understands trust. My human mind worries about tomorrow. My soul lives in the eternal now. And sometimes these two perspectives collide. When they do, I have learned not to judge myself. I don't tell myself that I should be more spiritual. I don't tell myself that I should know better. I don't tell myself that anxiety means that I have failed. Instead, I gently remind myself of the truth. I remind myself that I am not alone. I remind myself that the divine creator has not abandoned me. I remind myself that the same presence that created galaxies is fully capable of helping me navigate this moment. I remind myself that my anxiety is not proof that I am disconnected from God. It is simply proof that I am human. And perhaps that is one of the most important lessons that we can learn. The goal is not perfection. The goal is a remembrance. To remember who we are and to remember why we came here. To remember that love is stronger than fear. To remember that our value does not disappear because we're struggling. To remember that even in our most anxious moments, the divine creator remains present, watching through our eyes, experiencing this moment alongside of us, offering comfort, offering guidance, offering love. And perhaps anxiety itself can become a spiritual teacher. Because every time it appears, it gives us another opportunity to choose. Will I trust fear? Or will I trust the deeper wisdom within me? Will I believe the racing thoughts? Or will I remember the internal truth of who I am? That choice may need to be made again and again. But each time we remember, something beautiful happens. Number one, we return to ourselves. Number two, we return to presence. Number three, we return to trust. And little by little, we begin to understand that awakening is not about escaping our humanity. It is about bringing divine awareness into our humanity. That is the journey, and that is the lesson. And perhaps that's why we came here in the first place. In part 2, I'd like to take the conversation a step further. Today, we've explored the spiritual side of anxiety and why even those of us who understand our divine nature can still become overwhelmed by very human experiences. But understanding anxiety and moving through anxiety are two different things. In the next video, I'll be sharing some of the simple practices that help me when stress becomes intense, when my mind starts to race, and when I find myself forgetting everything that we've discussed today. I'll share the techniques that I personally use to bring myself back to the present moment, to reconnect with the divine presence within, and gently move from fear back into trust. If you've ever wondered what to do in those moments when anxiety takes over, I hope you'll join me for part 2. Until then, be gentle with yourself. Remember that you are not broken and you are not failing. You are a divine spiritual being having a human experience, learning, growing, and awakening one moment at a time. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, and consider subscribing to my channel, Being Blissfully Zen, for more spiritual awakening tips. So until next time, beautiful spiritual beings, be blissful, be Zen, and I'll see you soon.